Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hi, everyone. Coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. How's your Wednesday going? It's the middle of the week. We're almost there. Friday's around the corner. We can almost touch Friday, right? Hi, everyone. Coming in, coming in, coming in. Once you come on, say hello. And once again, please, like I always say, please share. Let's spread the gospel of immigration. Now, don't come for me because I said gospel, because all you Jesus people, I'm a Jesus girl. Just gospel just means sermon or something. So, so let's talk immigration. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Listen in, listen in, listen in. How was your work day? So it is 5:32 here in Alabama, and most people are actually in the Eastern time zone, so it should be about 6:32, unless you're around Pacific time zone, which I think it will be 4:32. I think, not sure. Yeah, you can tell why I didn't go the science route. It was geography route in school, and it just stuck to art and law because I had the time and all that stuff. Anyway, come on in. Say hello when you come on. This is Attorney Abisola Olaleye. Abisola Olale Samuel, immigration lawyer based in Alabama, representing immigration clients, regardless of the state you live in. You've got an immigration case, a case that my firm handles. We do represent immigration clients, regardless of the state that you live in. So do not let that be a deterrent when you want to consult with us. And if you need to contact me or contact my office generally, our number here is 334-341-4475. You can also send an email to aos@olalawfirm.com, or send an email to my assistant's email, which is office@olalawfirm.com, or the office website email, which is info@olalawfirm.com. We'll get it. Call, text, email, telegram, whatever. Get it. But it's all my Yoruba speaking people. Shut up, Yalewa. So a number of you, and see, no, you can have a chocolate with me, that's fine. A lot of people, and they no harm meant. I know they're just being just moving my legs and just being y'all just being messy. They said my Yoruba skills is really, really questionable. Listen now, I've been in the United States, living here, going on 20 years. I wasn't the best in Yoruba language growing up. A little story, and I think I've said it before. My final SSC exam, SSCE exam, yes, I can't remember. Last year in secondary school, Yoruba was one of my courses I had to take, and I cannot forget, because I don't know how I had an A in that exam. The question was, write an essay on Ifeto Soma Bibi. Now I know what it means. It means family planning. Your girl wrote an essay on child christening. I can never forget. And I'm talking, this was 1994. This was almost 27 years ago. But I remember just like yesterday, because I came out like, I'll be damned. My friends were talking about the essay and what it meant. I was like, no, it's child christening. They go, no, it's family planning. And I go, oh Lord, that's a straight F. When the results came out, I actually had an A. My dad was like, Balashik by any Yoruba, like, no, Jesus was looking out for me. That's all I can say. But anyway, to all Yoruba speaking people, Shalafia Lewaika, so wherever you are. Hello. Thank you for watching me from Houston. How is Texas? Now it is hot in Alabama. Like, oh, I digress. Last week I was in Idaho, right? And I was visiting my fiance and we were visiting his daughters together. And it is towards the desert. And now I had been warned that it's desert heat, but it's dry heat, is not humid. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I live in the south. Well, how bad can it be? People, listen to when I tell you this. I thought Jesus had come back and I was burning in hell. That's how hot it was. I ain't listen. I'm not exaggerating. Now, if you know me, I've been known not to be able to deal with heat, especially which is ironic for someone who grew up in Nigeria. But that's hot. So I don't know if it's as hot as that in Texas, but it is hot. Idaho is a different animal. But anyway, come on in and please share this video. Invite your friends to like our Facebook page. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm actually broadcasting on YouTube simultaneously when I broadcast on Facebook Live. And so today I wanted to talk about, let's see, Vawa good moral character. The good moral character. If you need to contact our office, number once again is 334-341-4475. Email info@olalawfirm.com or visit the website. That's the website right there, olalawfirm.com. So I want to talk to you about Vawa good moral character. For you to be able to substantiate and prove a Vawa case, one of the requirements is that you must be a person of good moral character. In a nutshell, the U.S. government wants to know that you are someone, even though you have been abused, you're not the same kind of person like your abuser. And you're not going to be someone who is going to bring immoral ways, or you have something lacking in your behavior or your character that is not acceptable in the United States. You have to also show with good moral character that you are not someone who has a criminal history of violence, of aggravated felony, or crime involving moral turpitude as far as immigration is concerned. So that is, in a nutshell, good moral character. You cannot have the importance of, so why is good moral character important in the Vawa case? You cannot have an approved Vawa petition without you providing proof that you are a person of good moral character. You may have all evidence in this world of your spouse's status, of shared residency, of good faith marriage, of even physical, emotional abuse and all that, of physical presence in the United States. If you're someone who is found to be lacking a good moral character, your Vawa petition will be denied. You have to substantiate and show and provide evidence that you are a person of good moral character. It's like hellfire. Yeah, okay. It's hot. It's hot everywhere because even in New York, my friend lives in New York, and I'm licensed in New York, where I'll actually be visiting later this year, was telling me that I sent the salt and heat over to them, like, hey, listen, deal with it. But it's hot. But anyway, you cannot have a Vawa petition approved without proving that you are a person of good moral character. So how can you prove that you're a person of good moral character? You must show that you have police clearance letters. The requirement for Vawa is you must have police clearance letters from the place you have lived in the past 3 years preceding the time you filed for your Vawa. If any of those if any of those places within the 3 years was outside the United States, then you must get a police clearance report, a police certificate from the last place you lived in outside the United States, showing that you have no criminal record. Or even if you have a record, it's something that will be considered, as immigration calls it, petty offense. If it's crime involving moral turpitude, if it's an aggravated felony, those are examples of convictions that will make your Vawa petition denied, because you'll be found to be a person lacking good moral character. So just the same way you have to prove in citizenship that you're a person of good moral character, is the same way you have to do that in the Vawa case. So avoid a denial based on you lacking good moral character by making sure that you know what's going on in your past. You've lived a life, so you know what it is. Don't hide anything from USCIS. Do not hide anything from immigration. Give them your complete record. If you have traffic violations are not criminal convictions, but in my firm, we always include traffic violations. It doesn't matter how many, even if it's just one ticket, I'll include everything. If you have a conviction or you had to do some kind of rehabilitative classes or something because of a conviction, show that record of how you have tried to rehabilitate yourself, what counseling sessions you've done. And also, but one thing is important, and that's something that came up in a case recently that I'm working on. If you, the whole point is this: you are telling USCIS that you are a victim of abuse. You cannot now have on your record that you have been an abuser as well in the past. That is going to be something that will subject you to a denial based on you lacking moral character. So, for instance, if you have domestic violence in your past, if something that happened with your abuser, you want to make sure that you have enough evidence to show that you were not the aggressor, and especially if it was something that you did in self-defense. If you had an attorney, make sure there is a report that says you, because every state has that requirement in the law. In the state of Alabama, self-defense is a justifiable defense to a criminal charge of assault or a battery or whatever the case may be, as long as you can prove it. So if you've been involved in a case like that, make sure that you have your supporting or evidentiary record to support the fact that it was in self-defense. But if you're someone who was convicted of aggravated felony or a felony domestic violence, that's going to be a burden and a battle for you to fight and be able to overcome when it comes to that. So it is important that whatever you do, while you are going through an abusive marriage, for example, do not put yourself in the position where your abuser is going to turn around and use that any incident against you, showing that you were also participating in that aggressive behavior. At all costs, try to avoid it, because you cannot have an approved Vawa petition without proving that you are a person of good moral character. Police records, clearance letters, traffic violations include that. Another way you can prove good moral character is by, in addition to your police clearance letters, you have to do that. An alternative that I use in my firm is this. For someone who has lived in several states, which I have many clients in that situation. I have a client right now that has never lived in one state more than a year because they're having to move around because of their husband's job. And so if that's the case, it may be burdensome for you to reach out to all the police departments in every city, in every state you've lived in. So alternatively, what I do is we do an FBI background check. So FBI basically would do a national database search. And there's a link that if you need that link, just email me. We can forward that to you. They'll do a database search, national database search, and give you a report. And that can be used alternatively if you're someone who has lived in multiple states. So that's another thing you can do that's one thing you can get. Another way you can substitute police clearance letters. Another example of good moral character evidence will be you having people who can attest to your character. So it's one thing to send in police clearance letters, but if you have evidentiary proof of people who know you've been involved in your community, you've been involved in your church activities, you've been involved in youth services, youth activities, camps, nonprofit organization work, whatever the case may be, everything that you can possibly show to be able to support the fact that you're someone who has good standards, good morals, and you will not be found lacking in good moral character. There is a section in the Immigration and Nationality Act that details examples of what will justify a denial when USCIS finds that someone lacks good moral character. So that's where I usually start from when I have a Vawa case. I go and I recheck that statutory provision and go through it and match it with everything that my client has told me. And I always tell people, listen, don't surprise me. Tell me everything up front. The last thing you want to do is to hold information from me, because guess what? Immigration is going to pull up your record. And If that happens, I always tell you, if that once I find out you're lying to me, I will withdraw from your case. I cannot help you effectively. I cannot function as an attorney on your behalf the best way I can if I don't have all the information from you. So those are examples of what you can use to support a good moral character evidence when it comes to your VAWA petition. Don't hide anything from your lawyer. Don't do it. And knowing full well that if you have unresolved criminal cases, please make sure that you resolve them. You have a final disposition in your case. You try to have a final disposition that is going to be favorable to you and not against you. If you need help with your VAWA cases and you want us to review, you want us to help you out, even if you've started, but you've like, it's time I get some professional help. We're here to help you. Once again, contact information here is scrolling across the screen. 334-341-4475. That's the number here. My direct email is aos@olelawfirm.com. Someone says, what does AOS mean? It means Abyssal Ole Samuel at olelawfirm.com. So that is how you can a church write a good so church members, I usually want to say pastors or people in leadership roles who know you and who can attest to your involvement, not just a friend you just go to church with. Yeah, that's also good. But people who are well known in your community and who have those titles or positions of authority is actually more credible than just the neighbor next door. So yes, short answer, yes, but that's a longer explanation for that. So if you need help with your VAWA petitions or any other immigration services that my firm handles, that includes VAWA. Today has been an H-1B petition day. I smile. I love it. So which one I love more, VAWA cases or H-1B? I think VAWA cases, I'm passionate about that because for me, my brain is thinking of how can I help this person get out of the rut they're in. And whenever I can, I'm like, okay, ding, ding, ding. H-1B, on the other hand, it's not sad because VAWA is something bad has happened. H-1B is not. It's just, I can't explain it. There's just something about the work visa and knowing that they can eventually become green card holders from that. But I don't know. I just love it. Today has been H-1B petitions day, so everything we planned for today has gone out. That's why I have gray hair. That's why gray hair. I ain't dyeing my hair. Natural, just the way God made it. So if you need help, let us know, and we can help you with your immigration cases. And thank you to all those who jumped on. And I appreciate you guys coming and stopping by. Please share, follow us on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I do a mixture of Yoruba and English language videos on TikTok. And I think it's fun. I think, if I say so myself. But anyway, until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.